This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast, where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's up with you, my guy?
Oh man, I mean, you didn't finish the intro, but it's all good. Man,
I changed it up real quick.
Oh, yeah, I changed it up.
Yeah,
okay, cool. All right. Nah, man, I'm managing, man. Still got a lot going on. Shoot, it seems like every other week, man. It's like a death in the family. So, But rest in peace to Cuzzo Johnny and everything. But other than that, man, I'm all right, man. Just had to go to this meet the teacher thing. Back to school right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Starting on Monday for us. I don't know about for y'all.
Oh, it's on Monday.
That's crazy, bro. Usually it's like
that, it's like middle of August.
It's that, but it's usually never like a lot of kids going back at the same time. It's usually like some counties go back 2 weeks before or whatever. It's just like everybody's going around at the same time. But that's like
it's kids that's already back in school up here.
But that's crazy. But I do got some good news. I want to shed some light on him real quick. So I get the schedules on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I look at my son, my youngest son, Jacoby's schedule. I'm looking at it like, what? It says English 2 honors, right?
Nice.
I'm like, he's never been in an honors class before. I'm like, I wonder did they mess this up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wasn't trying to disrespect him or nothing. I was just like, I was like, I was just surprised because he was in regular English last year. So then I bring it to him, right? Because so when I get home, because I sent him the schedule when I was at work. And so I get home and he was like, Dad, we got to talk about my schedule. And I'm automatically assuming, he talking about English 2 honors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, man, Dad, man, I got this PE class again. I'm like, are you really coming about PE? Hey, man, it was so funny, bro. So anyway, I was like, I'm talking about this English 2 honors. So we go meet the teacher and stuff. So I see the teacher and I said, look, this is no disrespect to my child. I said, but I don't know if the schedule's right. I said, because they got him in English 2 honors. I said, he's been in regular English. He's haven't had an honors class before. And she said, well, she's like, what was his testing like last year? Because they did state testing last year. And also she wanted to know what his grade was in English on 1. I said, he got an 87 on the exam and he got 93 for the whole class.
Right.
And she was like, well, that's probably why he's in honors. She said he tested well. And that she said in his state testing was probably why they put him in honors classes. In English 2 honors. And I was like, well, my mistake. I said, well, congratulations, son. Like, I was like, that's what's up. I said,
hold on. I got something for him. Yeah.
Well deserved. So I was like, look, I'm proud of you, son. I said, I'm proud of you. So I just want to give a little shout out to the little homie Jacoby.
That's what's up. They both in high school, right?
Yeah, 10th and 12th grade, man. Sophomore and senior, man. Yeah,
I got one out there, brother. I got a freshman and a junior, bro. Freshman and junior.
Yeah. But yours 2 years apart. So do y'all have freshman academies up there?
No. Our shit is all of that is in the same, what's the name?
See, they started doing that. Well, so when I was a senior in high school, like that's when they first started like kind of doing that shit down here, to where what they did at my school was the top, like the second floor, they kept all the freshmen up there, and the whole bottom floor was, the rest of the school. So they started separating freshmen from everybody. So Jacoby went to the freshman academy, so they had their own school. So they call it like basically freshman academy in the big hot. That's how would prefer to it, the big school
Yeah.
and the freshman academy. But like, I didn't know if they did that, up there in Ohio. But like,
Nah, the way they do it is freshmen go in early, upperclassmen come in, I think like a week later. So all the freshmen, they go in, they get their first little week to get used to everything, and then the week after that, everybody else they get the full experience. Now, when I was in high school, I had a similar experience to him because we had a separate we didn't have a separate floor, we had a separate hallway. So
okay.
yeah, we had our own section in the school. I was in academic honors classes. And it was the first year that we had it at that school, because usually not academic honors, I'm sorry, advanced placement. So it's advanced placement honors. So we had academic honors, which was it was the regular classes, your usual classes, and then you had academic honors who had their own hallway, and then you had advanced placement who had their own hallway. So or
Gotcha.
our own hallway. And we was the first class to come in like that. So we had a full hallway to ourselves, bro. If you talking about feeling isolated, bro, that was an experience.
Yeah, but what you had said though, we did that at our school. Like when I was a freshman, we went that first week by ourselves, and then everybody came, and it was just like, yeah, it's different now.
Yeah,
like yeah, the big dogs here.
For sure. That's something totally different, because when you first go, because you don't even realize, like, you just amongst a whole bunch of other people, and then you start realizing that next week, like, God damn, who is this nigga? And then it'd be a nigga like 6'3", bro. You'd be like, God damn. Well, not for you. You was probably talking about me, yeah.
Well,
me, bro. I was like, man, why is this nigga in school, bro?
Well, see, the crazy part is like I had told you before, I was on the C team in the JV in middle school, so I would have to get busted to high school. So I was already
everybody
like that
knew
wasn't
you. Yeah.
It was that, but also like what the difference was. It wasn't the dudes. It wasn't like, oh man, this dude just tall, because I already probably not seen him because I done balled with him already. Right. It was just, you used to girls, I said they got a, A cup or something, and it's like you go, hey, then it's like after that week and everybody come, you like, oh shit, like it's like,
oh no, let me tell you something. You knew who was the seniors. You knew who was the seniors for sure, because they were there. You hear me?
Hey,
I'd never forget that, man. I got one senior when I was in high school, bro. My freshman year, I had one senior. I went with her for like 2 months. Best time of my life. Best time of my life, man. I felt like when you feel like the man, bro, you feel like the man. And I felt like the man for sure. But before we get into the nonsense, make sure you follow us on all socials. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Viewer9Pod. You can follow us on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. You can follow us on YouTube, Viewers Anonymous. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you'll be alerted every time we drop any episodes or any content. And you can sign up with us on Patreon at patreon.com/Viewers Anonymous. $2.99 a month can get you all of our behind the scenes content and even some extra stuff that we putting out. So make sure you get in with that. You don't want to miss out on that. And last but not least, if you are listening to this or watching this on anything else, pause what you're doing. Remember your timestamp. Go over to Spotify and play it there. You could either start it over or continue where you left off, but that would definitely help us get our Spotify statistics and numbers and stuff up. So we would greatly appreciate that. But we got a good one, man.
I think so.
We got a real good one. This is dare I say, a classic, a hood classic.
Yeah,
Definitely a hood classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is in that vein of Drumline.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A Different World, if you may. You know what I'm saying? Those type of, you know what I'm saying? That type of feel. We are talking about Stump the Yard. This movie came out in 2007. Ironically, the year I graduated. Starring Columbus Short, Megan Good, Neo, Darren Henson, Brian White, Laz Alonso, amongst host of other people. And fun fact about this movie. I told this a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but the last episode, bro. That the funniest shit about this movie is that this is around the time like infomercials and shit was still popping. Like actually, infomercials was like super big. So at night, if you stayed up late enough, this is for anybody that's born later on in life or born recently. I say that. So at night, when you stayed up past a certain time, like, you know, TV shows wouldn't continue to play. They would show infomercials. Sometimes it would just like switch to some shit like the QVC channel or something like that. For the people who don't know what QVC is, it's TikTok Shop on TV. So they had this one infomercial, you know what I'm saying? And it was showing this black dude doing like martial arts, but he was working out. And this came to be known as Tabo. But then they had this other one. It was another dark-skinned dude who was also bald head. And this nigga was dancing, but it was a workout video. And this was called Darren's Dance Grooves. Nobody believes me when I tell them about this shit, bro. Nobody believes me. But I kept telling people, bro, that's the nigga from Darren's Dance Grooves. And everybody was like, bro, that's not a real thing. I'm like, nigga, yes, it is. So I told him this, and he finally found it. And we watched that shit, bro. And it is still as funny as it was when I first seen that shit. So Darren Henson was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was like a choreographer or I don't know what he did at the time. I believe he was a choreographer, but he might not have been. I don't know. I just know this nigga he had like a series of workout tapes where he was just making niggas do dance moves. And they had a joke about it on Napoleon Dynamite, and it was called like what was that shit called? It was Darren's dance grooves or Desmond's dance grooves or some shit like that. But it was a joke on Darren's dance grooves. So the funny thing about this movie is that you had a very interesting ensemble of a cast, because you had Neo in here, and they didn't mention it, but you had Chris Brown in here. You had the Darren's Dance Grooves nigga, and then you had Laz Alonso. All four of these guys are like hip hop adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And you have somebody like Columbus Short. Now, I don't remember Columbus Short. Oh, they do got Chris Brown on here. Okay, cool. I don't remember Columbus Short from anything else before this movie, so I might be tripping. But I was very surprised to see this nigga like really getting busy. This nigga could really dance.
Nah, he really can dance.
Yeah, that was surprising as fuck to me, bro.
No, he really can dance. Now I know that what's the name came out, I believe the same year, if I'm not mistaken. This Christmas, and they was brothers, and this Christmas, him and Chris Brown.
Yep.
And so, oh no, bro, he you forget about your movie, bro.
What?
He was in Accepted.
Oh, you are right. Damn, I forgot him and Justin Long. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but see, okay, so I think the reason why
I didn't know this, he's only credited as a dancer, but he was in You Got Served.
Oh, okay. Well, now that
I guess he didn't have no lines.
Yeah. But see, in Accepted, I seen Accepted like later on. I didn't see Accepted when it first dropped. I seen so around the time when like Dodgeball and like all those movies was coming out, Justin Long was like he was like a constant stand-in for like those type movies. all those like comedy movies. So he was in like a bunch of those. And so one day I'm just watching some shit, and then I'm watching Comedy Central, and Accepted comes on, and I see Justin Long. I'm like, okay, so this must be a comedy. I watched the shit, and I was like, oh, this shit is fire. So yeah. I watched that later though.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I don't even think of him being in that. I know him from Stump the Yard. Like that's my first time seeing Columbus Short was in Stump the Yard. But you brought up a funny thing about this movie, which is it's some shit about this. This movie is very funny. First and foremost, this is a very funny movie. But you said they had the one nigga who could dance his ass off. He was the most talented nigga on the roster, and this nigga died 15 minutes into the movie, bro.
Yo.
Bro, the disappointment, because I seen this in theaters. The disappointment on everybody when we found out Chris Brown died, bro. Cause like you gotta remember, this is at like the height of Chris Brown. Like this nigga, he done came out with Yo. This nigga was in the video. He walked out the shoe store, was dancing. You know what I'm saying? Following the girl. Like this, we knew this nigga was the man, bro. Like Chris Brown was like, he was damn near like he was on the Michael Jackson trajectory, bro. So niggas seeing Chris Brown in this movie, knowing that this movie is about dancing, we like, bro, this nigga Chris Brown about to go crazy. Beginning of the movie, he going nuts. He doing his moves. We like, oh, this nigga Chris Brown nasty. Man, this nigga get killed in a train yard, bro. In a gang fight, not even a real gang fight, nigga. This is a dance crew fight.
Yeah, a dance crew fight.
Come on, bro. Like, yeah, I was like, man, that was the worst ever. But you got to give Columbus Short credit because he damn sure showed up and showed out.
He did. Also, you got to give credit to the Rise crew. Did you ever watch that documentary on Tom and the Clown?
What? Nigga, that's how I found out about Crumpin. I didn't even know Crumpin was a thing until I watched Rise.
I didn't either until I watched Rise. And they had at least about 6 people.
Yeah.
They had the main dude, something eyes, something, I forget what it was. Yeah. And they had that one girl that had the gap in the tooth. Yep. She was on Chris Brown and Columbus Short team. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what? So when I first saw this, because I had seen Rise before I saw this.
I definitely saw that shit. That was an amazing documentary. Yeah,
it was. It really was. And so I was happy to see them in it and hate to see that they was only in it for the beginning of the movie.
Right. But so basically, just to break this down, this movie is about a young man who pretty much is, I guess you kind of say he responsible for his brother's death, for his brother's murder. And after his brother gets murdered, he moves down south and lives with his aunt and uncle. Mm-hmm. I think that's who it was. Yeah. And he basically is going to college. He's going to a HBCU. And being in the South, going to a HBCU, he pretty much learns about the traditions and the history, being in, the South for HBCU, being in a fraternity, being in those things. He ends up having, I think he's working his way through college, but he working like for the college or some shit.
He's working for his uncle. His uncle,
that's right. He's a landscaper, right? Yeah. Okay. So his uncle's a landscaper. He working with his uncle, and he working his way through college basically. And he ends up joining this fraternity, Mu Gamma. I think that's what it was, Mu Gamma. And because of his background, like in the shit that happened, he basically like shuns dancing. No pun intended. He shuns dancing, and eventually he ends up getting back into dance, and I guess becoming one of the greatest fraternity steppers ever. I guess that's what that was supposed to be about. Okay, so Real quick.
Mugama is the Red Crew. He was with the Thetas.
You're right. He was with the Thetas. Damn. Yeah, Mugama was Laz Alonso's crew. Zeke.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting thing about this movie. I don't know if you ever heard this or if you ever seen like any of the interviews about this. So the big dance, like the final battle, where they on the stage and they end up, that was a real competition. They made that a real competition.
I can believe that.
So everything in that film, I mean, everything in that scene is not scripted. All of that shit is improvised, except for like the wins and losses.
Well, also except the part where Grant thought he was something because he stole his dance moves in the final battle part.
Well, yeah, that part, yeah. But like the majority of it though is all improvised. So like outside of the choreography and all that, like they set up a real live competition. So like all the people you see coming out and doing that, they actually had fraternities and sororities come out and actually do, you know what I'm saying, like they steps and all that. So at the end of it, the actual battle is actually being voted on. So like all of that is like live reactions.
I mean, that's a way to get the crowd going.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the way to get the most
crazy, bro. You know
what I'm saying? The most what's the word I'm thinking of? Realistic reactions.
Yeah.
Is, you know, for nobody not to know what's going on. It's like, oh shit, like that's hard.
And all of that was shot in one shot. That's all one take.
That's crazy. That I didn't.
That's why I said that's that end scene. Like when I had found out about that, I had went back and watched it, and I'm like rewatching that. I'm like, yo, for all of that shit to be like one fucking take is crazy, because they was doing some shit in that battle.
The crazy part is sometimes, bro, like not all the time, but sometimes that's all I watch. I fast forward all the way to that part and just watch that end part.
That's
that part is so
dope.
Like it is so dope, and I love to watch the dark skinned dude, the one that can sing on New Gamma. I love to watch his face when they saw that DJ beat Grant after Grant stole his dance moves. I was like, he looked over at him like, man, how you gonna fuck this up, man? that was a universal how did you fuck this up look.
Facts.
That part, I love that part because I never understand why. And this is even in like sports, when somebody know that they cheated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they'll sit there and they'll have like this confidence about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so happy to know that you just did all of his dance moves that y'all stole when he was dancing in the pool. You did all of his shit, and you want to get hand claps and shit like you did something. Like, bro, you did all.
Okay, so let me go ahead and expose myself. Around this time, I don't know what it was about like dancing and shit, but that shit was everywhere. That shit was literally everywhere. So I remember, So You Think You Can Dance had just came out. That was a show. Dancing with the Stars was getting like, you know what I'm saying? It was reaching that height. So that was a show. And then MTV had a show called ABDC, America's Best Dance Crew. So I was watching all of this shit, bro. I was into all this shit. I can't dance word for lick, but this shit was intriguing. All of this shit was intriguing to me, bro. These niggas is getting busy. So I'm like, bro, these niggas be killing it. And then it was another show too. It is escaping me. I can't think of what this other show is. So You Think You Can Dance. That was another one. And I didn't, the only reason I didn't like that show is because every fucking time somebody came up like that would crump or like do like break dancing and shit, they would always hate on these niggas. So they will always tell them like that's not real dance and all this other shit. Fuck them, bro. But basically, like all these dance shows was popping. So I'm like, I'm into this shit. So like shit like Stump the Yard, You Got Served, all that shit. Like I was into it. And Step Up. Don't forget Step Up. Step Up was a part of all that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Moose.
Oh, no, Jessica Alba was honey. My bad.
That shit was horrible.
Yeah, my bad. I said the wrong thing. My fault.
Nah, you can leave that out. Honey was trash. Honey was horrible. Nobody. Hey man, Jessica Alba was dancing how Jennifer Lopez danced today.
Yo,
I promise you. Same type moves.
Hey, I will say this. Shakira showed her up at the Super Bowl a couple years.
Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they shared the Super Bowl that year,
man,
Shakira washed her up there.
Man, you
look 58 that year.
That's what I'm saying, bro. All that belly dancing and shit. Yeah, man. Nobody want to see J-Lo hip hopping and moving her hands. Get your ass out the way, bro. We trying to see some hip rolls and some ass shake. Move, nigga. This is Miami. Ain't nobody motherfucking b-boying in fucking Miami. She trying to spin on her head. Get that bitch off the stage, bro. I don't see that shit. But so nah, like I was really into like all this dance shit though, right? And so, you know what I'm saying? Stump the Yard was another thing too, was that nigga, this was like some HBCU shit. Like this was some fraternity shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like this was a big thing, especially when Drumline that came out, like the way that, you know what I'm saying? Like it was those type. That's why I mentioned Drumline and, you know what I'm saying, a different world, because like the HBCU thing in black movies was like a thing at the time. So watching this shit, I'm like, bro, these niggas is like really getting into it, bro. Like you mentioned Rise. When them niggas actually start crumping in the dance battle, I was like, yeah, bro, them niggas won. Them niggas won, bro.
It's hard. And I'm gonna tell you another movie. Like, so this movie have, you know, separate not timelines, but storylines. And the other storyline, now hear me out. The other storyline is motherfucking now it's been done before, but it's the program. So you remember the program?
Yeah.
Omar Epps, Halle Berry, all them, right? So Omar Epps is Daryl Jefferson, and I forget what Halle Berry's name was. So he comes to the school, sees her, and is basically obsessed with her the whole time. Now remember, Halle Berry was dating the starting running back. Daryl Jefferson is like, yo, I'm about to be the starting running back.
Right.
And then so he starts failing classes. So what does she do? She's his tutor. What the old girl do in this movie?
Tutor him.
Tutor. And then what did he do? Both of them steal the girl. You know what I'm saying? From the dude that was supposed to be the man at the school. You know what I'm saying? Grant's supposed to be the man. He's in the goddamn what was it? Doctorate. What was he? He was about to get a doctor's degree or something.
No. Remember, it was bigger than that. Fuck the degree, nigga. He was about to take over Zeke's position. Remember?
Man, get that bullshit out of here.
No, I'm dead serious. That was the thing.
His protege. Yeah, they kept saying that he was his protege.
Zeke was about to graduate. Nigga, the next nigga up was Grant. He was gonna be the man on campus. Because remember, everybody fuck with Zeke. Like nigga, Zeke was the nigga. Laz Alonso didn't dance a lick in this film.
That's funny.
And he was way too old to be in college. But that's nonetheless.
Both of them was born in 74, bro. It was either 74 or 75.
Come on, bro. Them niggas was old enough to have kids in college, bro. Come on, man.
And then both of them had a clean face, no facial hair or nothing.
Bro, sick. That's some sick shit, bro. But the funny part is that Neo was in this motherfucker too, though.
Yeah.
We all know Neo can dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that they did. That's why I say that it was a very interesting cast, because they did a great job picking out, you know what I'm saying, certain people who could, you know what I'm saying, really do what they do. And I thought that was a smart move. So we kind of got into the story a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying, this nigga DJ, he was a misfit, go down south, go live with his aunt and uncle, and this nigga going to college. You know what I'm saying? He really dealing with like college life, which was funny as fuck to me, bro. That shit was hilarious to me. This nigga really dealing with like college shit. Nigga ain't got no car for real. Nigga trying to, you know what I'm saying, get on the girl that, you know what I'm saying, she with the popular nigga now, and only in the HBCU. Only in the HBCU, because the most popular nigga in the school either be a nigga from a fraternity or the nigga that plays the drums, not the football player, not the basketball player, not the nigga that run track. No, the nigga that's either the in the top fraternity or the nigga in the drum line. So that's another interesting thing about these movies as well. Because in Drumline, I thought that was always funny how we didn't hear about no basketball players, we didn't hear about no football players, no sports niggas was around and none of this shit.
Dude, the football game, they used to blur out in Drumline, they blurred the football games.
You had to.
Like it was just like they would blur it, but they'll like the stands clear as fuck.
Bro, you had to, bro, because if I don't know if you ever been to an HBCU game. The football game does not matter. Them niggas might as well just be there to practice. They could be playing two-hand touch for all we give a fuck. Nobody cares about the football game at the football game at HBCU. The biggest event is at halftime and toward the end of the game when the bands battle.
Unless he was Grambling back in the day under Eddie Robinson.
Well, that's different. That's different. Nobody. That's why most niggas didn't want to go to Grambling. You'll never hear shit about Grambling's drum team, do you?
You don't.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going there to play the drums. That's where all the sorry niggas go. They go to Grambling because they got a good football team. If you can't drum for shit, you going to Grambling.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's a good point.
I'm being real, bro. You ain't never heard about Grambling's band, bro. You done heard about Morris Brown. You done heard about FAMU. Sometimes you don't heard about Bethune-Cookman every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You done heard about North Carolina A&T. Like, you done heard about all these niggas. You ain't never heard a nigga say nothing about Grambling.
Nope. That's fact.
You want to know who else you ain't never heard about? And I got a theory about this, though.
I think
I'm talking sports or drum team, or what's it called, marching band, sports or marching band. Just who do you think I'm about to say?
What happened?
No, Hampton actually got a pretty decent drum marching band. I'm talking about Howard.
Oh, Howard. I was gonna say that next,
bruh. Niggas go to Howard just because Howard is popular. I promise you. They sports teams is ass. I've never heard nothing about their marching team. Like, none of that shit, bro. But everybody wants to go there. They like the Georgetown without the good sports.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that is, like, I think that people actually thought that Georgetown was a HBCU back in the day when John Thompson was there.
No, I really did. I'm not bullshitting you. I really did. I honestly thought Georgetown was a HBCU because the way that everybody talked about Georgetown, like, remember, like, Outkast was talking about Georgetown, like, niggas, all the cool hip hop niggas talked about Georgetown. The Hoya defense, like, niggas was using that in bars. You know what I'm saying? Dude, like, niggas talk about Georgetown all the time.
Trey had a Georgetown shirt and Boys in the Hood, bro. Like
That's what
I
I'm
had
saying.
Georgetown merch back in the day.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody fucked with Georgetown because of George Thompson. So I thought it was an HBCU. And on top of that, the niggas is going at it with Villanova. So I was like, that sounds like a white school. That sounds like a very white school, bro. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But no, when I found out it was a PW, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. Hey, before we get back into it, just one
Yep.
quick bill to pay y'all. Gotta give a shout out to W Energy. Tired of energy drinks to give you little to no results? Then W Energy got you covered with a selection of energy or hydration drink mix with a variety of unique tastes and flavors. You know what I'm saying, got my cup, still got my same cup, but it also will give you no jitters, no crash, zero sugar, zero filter, just clean energy.
That's right. And with ingredients like coffee, fruit extract, and B vitamins, W is the best choice for energy or hydration. You can even get a cool shaker to mix your drink in, like the one S Dot just shown, or you can get one with designs inspired by creators, um, anime shows, even video games. Solo leveling, collabs, still going crazy. Head over to w.gg and use our code VAPOD for 10% off your order. That's w.gg and use our code VAPOD. Fuel up and stay focused with W.
Yes, sir. So yeah, like the thing, and you want to know the one we're gonna get to the movie, y'all. The one school, the HBCU that I was always interested in going to is North Carolina A&T.
Really?
And the reason why
You want to be an Aggie?
Aggie, and I think that some people don't know this. And I never even had the aspirations to be one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact to know that this is one of the best schools for it, and it's an HBCU. But did you know they had one of the top programs for engineering?
Yeah.
Like I just thought that was very
That's fire.
fascinating to know
Yeah.
that it's an HBCU school that if you want to be an engineer, that shit levels up with any other college in America. That's
Mm-hmm.
an HBCU. So I always was like, man, you know what? I was like, if I was to go to any HBCU, it would be North Carolina A&T. Simply
So
because
we have two HBCUs, well, prominent HBCUs in Ohio. Both of them are in Dayton. We have Central State and Wilberforce. And I think Wilberforce is one of the oldest HBCUs. It's up there like with you know what I'm saying, like the ones from the South. But yeah, we got Central State and Wilberforce. And my dad went to Central State. And then my stepdad graduated from Central State.
oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. We had a I got a bunch of people that went to Central. I got cousins and all that. I was supposed to go to Central State. I didn't decide to go to college, so I didn't go. But I did a lot of like summer camps and all that there. So I had like a bunch of college credits at that motherfucker and never went. I could have got a degree probably in no time if I'd have been smart enough to do it, but I didn't. But yeah, I fuck with Central State heavy. But yeah, we got a couple of, we actually got, they have if I get it out, they have a Black History Museum on that campus too.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
We got, that I know of, we got two. Which is Benedict College, which I got a bunch of family members who ended up going there.
Yeah, I heard
and South Carolina State. And and I saw this thing today. As a matter of fact, I saw it today. So they showed this thing about like the state of South Carolina and how many like Hall of Famers that there is from like South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know? So if I tell you, if you take the three schools, so there's one school, they got one Hall of Famer. There's one school. So the school I'm talking about is Clemson, South Carolina, and South Carolina State.
Right.
So one school got one Hall of Famer, the other one got two.
Hold on. South Carolina State is
that's the HBCU. They the Bulldog.
They like D1, ain't they?
No,
they not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they D2. I don't know if any HBCU is D1. I don't think any HBCU is a D1.
Wait a minute, bro. So it's two South Carolina SEC schools. No, three.
No, it's not. Only South Carolina. That's it.
The Gamecocks.
Yeah, that's it. Now, no, Coastal Carolina, they just became.
No, not Coastal Carolina. Not Coastal Carolina.
But the only D1 schools that we got is Clemson.
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking football, it's Clemson,
South Carolina,
and what's the name? I just said it. Coastal Carolina. They just became D1 like 5 years ago or something like that.
Oh, okay. I've seen South Carolina State before. That's why I was thinking that they was D1.
Well, they've played, school, but they just they get like $1 million to play them type of shit.
For sure, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
But so one school got one Hall of Famer, the other one got 2, and the other one got 4. In what order would you think that would be in?
I already know. Because the one with 4, the one with 4 is definitely South Carolina State for sure. But them niggas is like 60s and 70s, maybe 80s.
Yeah,
the one with 2 is South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then Clemson got 1.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm assuming Clemson is last always. Because Clemson just became a cool school to go to like 10 years ago. Nobody gave a fuck about Clemson past that, bro.
Hey. I mean, well, if you think about it, I mean he never would have been. Because it's like when I think about the older Clemson players, it's like, well, Brian Dawkins is about to be, if he's not.
Well, he's different. He's a cyborg. He was made in the lab. He might have been made at Clemson. That don't count. Brian Dawkins is another fucking human being, bro. That nigga is a psychopath, bro. He like Ed, like that's like Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, all that. Them niggas ain't real humans.
Brian Dawkins wasn't supposed to go to Clemson, bro. That was just one of those things.
Brian Dawkins is not supposed to be alive, sir. That nigga is not a real human, bro. That nigga.
He's one of those players you couldn't help but to like.
Bro, I'm telling you,
even if you're not an Eagles fan, you like
all across Lincoln Field, bro. There's grave sites where Brian Dawkins is murdered niggas, bro. Bro, that nigga put niggas in body bags, bro.
Hey, but and then he wore that dark visor. Man, Brian Dawkins looked scary, bro. Like he just looked scary on the field.
That nigga was like 5'8". That nigga was 240 pounds of solid muscle, bro. And that nigga ran like a 4.3. Yeah, that nigga's a banger, boy.
But that's as far as like old school players, that's like the only one I know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, you don't really know nobody from Clemson. And then you got to think about at the times that we talking about like 90s, early 2000s. Like, bro, Florida State was running shit in the ACC. Miami was still running shit in the ACC. I'm trying to think who else is in that conference.
Well, if you talk ACC, because really that like they was the class, and then you got to think Miami didn't come until
like 2000
mid-90s. I think it was the mid-90s because they was in the Big East.
Yep. A lot of them schools from the Big East transferred over. You right, because the Big East stopped being the conference. So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of them niggas, bro. Like the ACC was being ran by like 2 or 3 teams for that whole time.
Yeah.
And really they was damn near all Florida teams.
That it was. I don't know how the fuck we got here. I know what I was
Because
saying.
we were talking about how HBCUs don't got no fucking football team.
But South Carolina State got 4 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But like you said, because back then you got to think of Jerry Rice went to Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah,
so
no, shit. Everybody from like
Walter
say everybody from like the 80s up was
Michael
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp, he another one. HBCU. Like a lot of them niggas came from HBCUs and they had shit popping, bro. They came in and destroyed. But I tell you who else destroyed? DJ. That nigga was cold as ice. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Huh? You do know what the coldest line in this movie though, right?
What?
When Grant tried to call him a bootlicker.
Yeah.
And he called him a pretender.
Oh man.
Yo.
Let me tell you something about wait. Time out though. This is the thing though. It's hard to get dissed on by a nigga that's enunciating all his words. Especially in the South. Like they couldn't have found a more Southern nigga to play the roles in these. Like DJ seemed more from the South than the niggas from the South was. You know what I'm saying? Like Neo seemed like he was more from the South than the niggas that was there. Like it's hard to. That's like Carlton Banks talking crazy to you, calling you a bootlicker.
Well, he was from New York though.
Yeah, I know, but even then, he didn't feel like New York.
He really didn't.
He felt like Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Like he was too articulate.
Well, he was he was about to be a doctor, bro.
That don't mean shit, man.
You remember the restaurant he took her to propose to her, knowing that she been hanging out with DJ, he's still gonna propose to her.
Hey man, sucker. Told you, Connecticut.
A pretender.
Connecticut.
Bro, he said
from New York would have never did that.
He said, man, he had to him when they was out in the parking lot. He said, man, didn't I tell you to stay away from my girl? He said, hey, I thought you was pretending again.
Hey man, DJ was cool as ice in this motherfucking film, bro.
The coldest thing though, when he walked off, he said, hey, we got unfinished business. And he stuck his finger up and said,
duly noted.
No, he said, indeed.
Oh yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's my shit, bro.
Yo, I was like, yo, that's the coldest shit ever right there, bud.
But see, that was to me, like, that was the thing. Like, this movie also kind of showed you like a little bit about how fraternities and shit rock. Because even though I didn't go to college, I was on the HBCU campus enough to know that certain niggas and certain fraternities act just like that. Nigga, Kappas and Alphas, that's how them niggas act, bro. That's exactly how them niggas act. Them niggas are like, they act like they are the royalty amongst fraternities, bro. And AKAs and Deltas, they do too.
I believe it.
They act like they are the royalty amongst fraternities. Like if you walk past a AKA, a Delta, a Alpha, or a Kappa, and you claim any other fraternity, you might get laughed at. Like that's the type of time they be on, bro. So like for them to have that for them to have those like opposing views and you be able to like see the differences between the two fraternities and the two people from the fraternities, I thought that was dope too, because like everybody that was in Theta, you could kind of tell like they weren't necessarily like, they didn't really come from like rich families or like well-to-do families. You kind of tell like them niggas got there by like scholarship, and you know what I'm saying, like they was working their way through school. Like they were like blue collar type people.
Yeah,
everybody in Mu Gamma seemed like them niggas was white collar. Like that nigga had a trust fund for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas get haircuts every week. The niggas in Thetas, they might get a haircut every other week. Niggas was eating noodles. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was going through the real college experience. Mu Gamma, them niggas lived off campus. Them niggas had cars already. They was like that, bro. So I did like that, you know what I'm saying, to have that, you know what I'm saying, difference in it, and for people to be able to see like this is how like college really is sometimes. Like especially if you go to certain colleges, like this is what college really is. So I did enjoy the fact that they actually showed college life and the college experience, even though all them niggas was too old to go to college. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that. And shout out to Megan Good. Shout out to her. Goodness gracious, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Megan Good. Megan Good was the late, no, I would say early 2000s. Yeah, early 2000s heartthrob. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like once she started maturing and shit, and like everybody's like, yeah, like she's the one. Like she's the one that became, but Megan Good also, because what was that other joint she was in? She was in another joint around this time. I know I'm not thinking about Waist Deep.
You might be thinking about Waist Deep.
I think I am thinking about Waist Deep. Yeah, because Waist Deep came out in 06.
Yo, man, when she got out that damn shower in Waist Deep.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I am thinking about Waist Deep. But Megan Good, man. I think because when you are a child star, like before you develop and see, and when she was in East Bayou, she was going through her ugly stage. She actually filmed the movie in her ugly stage.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't never remember her being ugly.
I do. I do. But it was, you know what it was? It wasn't her face, it was her teeth.
That's tough.
That was before she got her teeth fixed. And then it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when she smiled, you know what I'm saying, it was some stuff going on in there. And I think it was that. But good, man. Like, I think that because she's never been nominated for anything or anything like that, I think that when you think like worldwide, like a lot of people don't think of Megan Good, but I think that when you think of Black households and the catalog that she's higher up on like our list of actresses than
sure.
You know what I'm saying, than any of these other girls, because she's just been in so many classics.
Bro,
Like,
just real quick though. So I don't know when you first seen her. But
no, Friday didn't Ease Bayou.
Yeah,
no,
Friday for sure.
Came out first. I don't remember which one came out first. I got to see which one came out first.
Might have been Friday. Because I feel like Eve's Bayou came out like 96, 97.
Let me see. East Bayou. Well, Friday was in 95.
Right.
East Bayou 97. Yep.
Yeah.
So technically the first time I saw her was Friday.
It was in Friday, right? So I'm gonna tell you when I found her attractive is when she was in My Cousin Skeeter. I don't know if you remember My Cousin Skeeter, but I think it had what's that nigga name, bro? Arnez, fuck, what is dude's name? Not My Cousin Skeeter, Cousin Skeeter. What is this nigga's name?
Robert Richard.
His name, yeah, Robert Richard. His name was Arnez, and I think it was One on One. The whatever the show with Flex Alexander and Kyla Pratt was.
Yeah,
I think his name was Arnez in that, but he was Kyla Pratt's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That show. But before that, he was in Cousin Skeeter. And Nina, she played Nina in Cousin Skeeter. And he had a crush on her and shit like that. and she was fine then. That's when I seen her and was like, yeah, I got a crush on her, on Nina too.
Well, I'll tell you when it was for me. 2003, Biker Boys.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's when I was like, oh shit, like she bad. She bad for real, for real. So that's yeah.
She was grown.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That she was.
Yeah, man. Listen, Biker Boys, Deliverance from Eva. She was on My Wife and Kids. She played the first version of Vanessa before the light skinned chick got switched out. I mean, she got switched out for the light skinned chick, and she got pregnant. I don't know if anybody watched My Wife and Kids. Great show. Shout out to Damon Wayans. That was a good one. But yeah, like she had that look, she had that appeal. So like when this one came around, I think she didn't have to play like the sexy role. She actually got to play like a, you know what I'm saying, like a more pretty like regular role. And I think that's what upped it for her. Like the same way that regular ain't the word I'm looking for. A more it ain't pure neither. Innocent, a more innocent role. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
A more innocent role. The same way that Zoe Saldana played in Drumline. And like, you know what I'm saying? She was more like with the innocent shit. The same thing with
Halle Berry in the program.
Yep. Excuse me, Lauren London and ATL. Like that type of, she played that type of role. And I think that's what kind of gave that, like, damn, making good, all right. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Later on down the line, I think that's what kind of helped her get into that. But it was interesting being able to see how like relationships go in college too. Because that shit is still like high school.
It really is.
Like college is just a big ass high school at the end of the day.
Yeah. It is. Same drama. The only difference is parents ain't around.
Exactly. And you ain't got to go home.
Yeah, and you ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, sneak into a girl crib unless it's one of those like dorm rooms where it's, you know, only female.
I hate that. Like that. That's trash. That's trash to me, bro.
But like if a girl got an apartment or something,
like we supposed to be adults, bro. Like nigga, let us mingle.
Yeah, because like my dorm room, it had both, but at a certain time, like you couldn't, like your visitors had to be out of the room.
The RA was coming to check shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that was a trash. Man, you had the bathroom down the hallway, you had the shower down the hallway and shit. That shit.
And man, that's college life, bro. But see, that's another thing that that's another thing that I thought was once again interesting about this film too, was because DJ didn't live on campus; he lived with his aunt and uncle.
No, he lived with Neo. Neo was his what's the name? His roommate. Remember?
Oh damn, that's right.
Yeah,
but he was over their goddamn house so much it felt like he lived with him.
Yeah,
that nigga was never in his dorm. The fuck? That nigga's over their house all the time. Niggas over there eating and working with his uncle and shit. Nigga, go to your fucking room, bro.
Yeah. Neo was his roommate. Yeah,
bro. The only time I remember them being in the dorm is when they was about to go to the party.
I mean, that was
because it was DJ, it was Rich, and what's the other dude's name? Noel. Yeah, it was DJ, Rich, and Noel.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, dude, we got to talk about this one thing, though.
Let's do it.
So, Dr. Palmer. So we've seen this story. It's like even if you never seen this movie, you know, like something like this is gonna happen.
Hating ass nigga.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know what? It was the same, dude. I'm telling you, dude. If this part of the storyline, man, they stole it from the program. I'm telling you.
And Drumline did too. Remember, this shit happened in Drumline.
Yep, because her dad was a prominent figure from the school, and Holly Berry's dad was a prominent figure from the school as well.
And tried to get them niggas up out of there.
It was like, oh, they too ghetto. You know what I'm saying? We can't beat them because they too ghetto. Exactly. So same shit, man. 3 movies, man. Same shit. So anyway, Dr. Palmer is like the dean or whatever of truth or whatever, and so she is the daughter of her, but he used to date Jackie back when they both was at Truth, which was
his auntie.
Which is his auntie, yeah.
And his uncle stole her, you know what I'm saying?
Same way he did when it stole her, but
a week.
And he wanted her to be with Grant because Grant was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a doctor and all of this shit. So he's like, you know, he would be the best for you and all this little stupid ass stuff. So as far as like that storyline of the Unc stealing Dr. Palmer's girl, you know what I'm saying, in college, man. I thought the shit was funny.
Well, this is the thing, right? What is the dude's name? Harry Lennox. Shout out to Harry Lennox, who plays his Uncle Nate. Shout out to Harry Lennox, bro, because Harry Lennox is like, to me, he's the only light-skinned dude in film, like especially black films, that has never had to play a sucker. So I appreciate that, man. He's been holding it down for us for a very long time. But this whole time, bro, his uncle was like, you know what I'm saying? He was sick of DJ shit until this moment. Because he was like, God damn, bro, it ain't you. It ain't you. I can't even be mad at you. It's me, my nigga. This is my fault. I put this curse on this family, bro. So I thought that was funny too, because he was like, you know what I'm saying? They had to break it down to him as to why this nigga was getting hated on. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. If you get sat down and they explain to you that you getting hated on because of some old shit that happened in like the 80s or the 70s, bro, this nigga ain't never got over it. Got over it. The next 3 times I'm in trouble, don't say shit to me, bro. I'm about to get kicked out of college, my nigga, because you stole this nigga girl at homecoming.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. So anything that happened to me, I can just blame it on this now. Like, you got to give me a good pass off of this, bro.
Man, this mother been married, had a child, wife now died, and this dude still holding on to a great. Because remember, there was a scene where Nate was talking to his crew and Dr. Palmer was driving by in the silver Mercedes, and Nate saw DJ had his hat on backwards, so he turned his hat around. Man, this mother had an ongoing beef for 25 years of the girl that he lost in college, bro. Like, man, let that shit go, man. And then gonna tell her, you know, the life you could have had if you would have stayed with me. Like, man, and see, that's why I say, money, don't get me wrong. We all need money. Money's great. But money ain't everything, bro. Like, it's really not. And I used to always say when I was younger, like, when you hear like these entertainers, rappers, whatever, they be like, you know, money can't buy you happiness.
Right.
And you'd be like, yeah, it's easy for you to say. You got it.
You got the fucking money, yeah.
But then when you start seeing shit like Robin Williams, you know what I'm saying? You start seeing like some of these motherfuckers who, you know what I'm saying, who battled depression. They got all this money, they got all this shit, and it's like none of it matters.
What's the dude that used to travel all the time?
What he used to do?
He used to travel and eat food. He used to be on the Travel Channel all the time. White dude, Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah,
he suffered from depression too.
It's like you think that like money like now, does it give you an opportunity to do a lot of shit? But sometimes if it's not in you internally, because I mean, this is a perfect example right now. Dr. Palmer, he's not happy because he don't have the woman that he wanted from fucking college.
Nigga, rich as fuck, got his girl stole. Still mad about it, bro.
Still mad about it.
Let it go. Let it go, brother. You are the dean of a fucking college.
And you hating on this. First of all, how can you hate? This is the thing. How can you hate on a man?
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? The cut grass. Well, he don't cut grass no more, but he owns a lawn business. But he stole your girl.
No, this is how are you the dean of the school that the trauma happened to you at? That's the question. Why didn't you just go to another school?
Hey, that's just like your
man.
Man.
Had to worry about none of this.
Oh, what's that doc that we did? Oh, a man lived in the same house with his parents, traumatized him, and he was killing women in there.
Bro, come on, bro.
Man, the Long Beach killer or something.
Yeah. It was a Long Beach killer.
Yeah, Long Beach killer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
just move.
Just move, man. Sometimes, man, a new area could do something tremendous for you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I thought that dynamic of it. I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, we could end it, but like the thing about this movie, as much as I love like the dancing in it and all that, the storyline, man, they hijacked so many storylines in this movie.
I mean, but it's so easy to, because this is really just a movie about a nigga going to college. If you break this down to like this, its simplest form, it's just about a story about a dude going to college. He got in some trouble. Yeah, he got in some trouble. He had to leave, go down there. He ends up in college, and he ends up realizing that this was the best thing for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the shit about the nigga dancing and all that, that's just like an add-on. You know what I'm saying? That's just like Drumline, same thing. The nigga got in trouble, end up going to college. Nigga drum his ass off. But really, it's just about him being in college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, even though I feel like, yeah, you're right, it seems as if they took a lot of shit from like storylines. It's just how much can you really do in college? Like how much can you really make about a movie in college? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these movies are honestly, it's just a lot of the storylines are the same. It really goes down to the acting. Exactly. It's like how well can they pull this off?
Yeah.
Like, you convince me that this version of this movie is better than this version of this movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when it comes to dancing movies, choreography.
Yeah, that's big. That's super big. Cause Save the Last Dance. That dancing montage with him and old girl. What's that nigga name? Sean something?
Sean Patrick Thomas.
Yeah, him and Julia Stiles. Them two, that was the corniest shit in the world, bro.
He told the biggest lie, bro. When they was dancing, and she said, "How's my butt?" Go back and look at Julia Stiles' butt in the pants.
Never.
You couldn't even see it.
She had leggings on.
she had baggy like pants on, man. Come on.
Leggings on. That's what made it bad. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The club scene in that movie, where like where his sister tried to like befriend her and shit and be cool with her and like make her hip. This was that Save the Last Dance is a horrible movie. Save the Last Dance is
man, we done did this already, man. We did the pod on that movie.
We did, but Save the Last Dance is like it's like self-gentrification. Like them niggas wanted her to take over.
Yeah. That is so funny.
You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you let certain people into hip hop. You can't do it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just can't do it, bro. She wasn't even a cool one. Like, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't like Eminem. She was like Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying? You can't let her in, bro. Just can't let her in.
Yeah. She wasn't supposed to be let in.
Not at all. Now, the white girl from Step Up, she was like Eminem for sure.
Yeah, that's different.
She was getting shit popping. Step Up is a great dance movie as well.
But I think they put Julia Stiles in that movie, man, because she was in O.
Well, she can act too, though.
She can act.
Yeah. Save the Last Dance is not really about dancing. It's more so acting. And it's really a movie about ballet, not hip hop.
It's just where she couldn't get into school strictly off ballet, but
yeah, she had to add in some elements. So my man had to, you know what I'm saying, teach her how to, you know, move her shoulders and, you know, give her the rap hands.
He gave her a tutorial being black, bro. He had a shit like a black dude.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the scene I hate the most, and then we can move on. When they sitting in them fucking chairs and they leaning over doing that shit, I fucking because what the fuck did that have to do with dancing? Like,
no,
what was that?
He had to try to walk like a black dude. She was trying to walk with the
like I'm like, come on, man. Like, what is this nigga can't dance? How he gonna teach somebody else how to dance? The fuck? And as a nigga who can't dance, I knew that nigga couldn't dance. Like, bro, what is he doing? I think that's what really pissed me off. He was horrible. It wasn't her. I expected her not to be good, but him, I'm like, hey man, you gotta stop it.
No, this is what pissed me off. How my boyfriend Onyx still in high school in 2003.
Every fucking movie, bro.
This motherfucker like 40 years old.
Come on, bro. Every goddamn movie, bro.
He was in Sunset Park in 1996, bro.
In high school. In high school, bro.
10 years later.
Him and Worm. Yeah, enough is enough. Enough is a fuck enough. Bro, Worm was 40 and Coach Carter, bro. Hey, bro, that nigga Channing Tatum was 30. Like, come on, bro. I get it, you know what I'm saying? You wanna make it, you know what I'm saying, like certain shit, but some niggas, bro, it's obvious. It's fucking obvious, bro.
Yo.
That nigga was like 16 when Onyx came out. So by the time all the rest of the movies and shows came up, that nigga was in high school on Moesha.
Yo, Fredro Starr.
Shout out to Fredro Starr, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Fredro Starr, because look, man, he got the Pharrell shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He still looked young-ish.
Yeah. But he don't look his age at all.
Yeah, but we just know, like, yo, that's Fredro Starr, bro. Like, Fredro Starr's old as fuck.
Right. You know what? You hit the nail. If you've never seen Fredro Starr, you would never guess that this nigga is like close to 50 or in his 50s.
Fredro Starr got to be in his 50s.
He's early 50s though. He early 50s though.
Yeah, he's got to be. Well,
Hold on, I'm about to look it up because he can't be like old, bro.
Because he got to be a little. He's younger than Nas and Jay-Z.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. He was like youngest. That's Freddie Starr. I didn't ask for Freddie Starr. I said Fredro Starr. The fuck? I'm gonna say 76. Oh, 54. Yeah.
54. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this what 54, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like Fredro Starr looked like
a mean ass Stephon Marbury.
That's hilarious. not where I was going, but that is hilarious. He looked like Gilly the Kid if he took care of himself. What
Hey.
in the world? Hold on.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh man, that is funny.
All right. I'm sorry. I had a technical difficulty. Somebody connected their Bluetooth to my speakers. But no, yeah, he looked like if Gilly the Kid took care of himself, he could look like that.
Did you see? Okay, y'all, I promise we finna end the podcast. Did you see what Cam Newton said on that 4th and 1 show?
Oh man,
you know him and Gilly going at it right now.
Yeah.
Did you see
Johnny Manziel jumped in it.
Man, Johnny need to sit his ass down. Yo, but that was his with Gilly's response video with all that white powder.
Oh, that shit was crazy.
That shit was funny.
That shit was crazy.
But, bro, they showed like Cam them showed that video
where that nigga was pop locking and dropping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy, bro.
Gilly, but I don't know what happened right there, bro.
I don't think that's really Gilly though.
Okay.
I don't know if that's really Gilly, bro. And I think, let me tell you something. The best thing to happen to him, if that is him, the best thing to happen to him about that video is that shit is in like 360p. So it ain't 4K where you can really see that nigga. But if somebody clears that video up and that's really Gilly, hey, that's tough.
Yo, that is funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. But let's go into the Fire Flames, man.
All right, man, let's do it.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
All right, I'm gonna take the lead on this one. Okay. I really like this movie. To me, this is one of those movies like ATL, Drumline. You know what I'm saying? Like around those, it's just a feel-good movie. It's one of the movies you could just throw on and you can like step in and out the room, but it feel like you don't miss nothing if you know what I'm saying, because you've seen it so much or you watched it so much that you could kind of, you know what I'm saying, know where you left off, you know what happened in between. The rewatch value is very high on this. I gotta go 4.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. This is one of those hood classics. Like I said, I find myself I enjoy the movie, but it just sometimes, like I said earlier, I just like to fast forward to the end part. The end part, man. That's one of the best closings to a movie that there is. For sure. But I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you at a 4. Now, this movie isn't getting a lot of love on IEP. You know what I'm saying? They got a 5.4 out of 10.
Yeah, I seen that.
But I
expect that
though. From this, I expect that.
Yeah.
But this is for a certain demographic.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a 4 as well.
Because I'm gonna just be, I gotta throw this out there. This movie really ain't even for all black people.
It's like people closer to our age.
Yeah, but not even. I'm just saying, like, it's just as far as the aspects of this film, like, it really ain't even for all black people. Like, if you ain't really been to college or if you ain't been around like college environments or you don't know really too much about like fraternities or any of that, like, this is kind of out of the wheelhouse for certain people.
You know that just reminded me of something. I'm gonna throw something on the list. We could do. It's just something I remember telling you about it, and I feel like if we do the movie, we're gonna get a lot of laughs.
Okay,
but it'll be 2 movies from now. But
okay, I'm with it. Let's jump into coming soon.
All right.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right, so what we have up, that's fucking hilarious. I just seen what you put in there. That's hilarious. But the next movie we have is Mind Cage. What is Mind Cage?
Okay, so Mind Cage, I remember doing a back when we used to do What We Watching.
Mm-hmm.
And it got Martin Lawrence in it. It got your boy John Malkovich in it.
Oh, nice.
So basically, Martin Lawrence is a detective, and he was like famous for catching this serial killer who, like, when a serial killer would kill somebody, he would always like leave them in like these like just a certain type of way. But he was responsible for locking the serial killer up, which is John Malkovich.
Right.
And so the movie starts on somebody finds a body exactly like his perp that's locked up. And so they think that there's a copycat. So they ended up going back to the jail to talk to John Malkovich to try to figure out like what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
Like, are you talking to somebody? Do you got somebody on the outside? And there's a big ass spin at the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought they would be interesting to do, because I think once you watch it, I think you'll fuck with it.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's gonna be all right, man. If you guys enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, if you two was wondering why niggas wasn't allowing crumping and dance battles and all these other dance shows and stuff, hit us up, let us know. Hit us up on the socials like we stated earlier, or you can hit us up individually. You could follow me on Twitter at Schools Bronson. I have a link tree in my bio. You can follow me everywhere else there. You can also follow me on TikTok at Schools Bronson.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Follow the podcast 28 minutes or less. And that's all I got.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Without you, there could be no us. And until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.